B. Avery, you brought this to my attention. I gave you a shout out in my video the other day. When Marvel dropped all that Phase 4 stuff, you wanted to know where the hell was Blade? Okay?
Where the hell was Blade?
Where the hell was Blade? Because there's so many wonderful story arcs we could do with a Blade series. It's unbelievable. So let me show you what I found out about Blade. Check this out. Marvel has reportedly pushed the start date for Mahershala Ali starring Blade movie from later this year into summer 2022. It's been quite some time since Kevin Feige announced that Mahershala Ali will play Blade in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it looks like we finally know when the studio is getting started on the upcoming film. Back in February this year, Watchmen writer Stacey, I'm not going to say the last name, came aboard the project to write the script. And according to the Hollywood Reporter, Marvel Studios wants to spend more time to work on the Blade script. So, oh Lord, B. Avery like to disappeared off the screen.
My bad.
B. Avery, this was all you. Now they're saying this is going to be a Phase 5 movie because they had to push it back. Does that alarm you that they're pushing it back?
Well, not in a bad way. I just think that they're not sure what they want to do with the property. Because if they're filming next July, that means that the movie is going to be coming out in 2023. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm just not as enthused. I mean, when it was initially announced, I was like, oh my God, a Blade is coming. But I'm sorry, I'm not there yet with Mahershala as Blade yet. I mean, I'm sure he can do a good job. He's a phenomenal actor. I really want Wesley to be, come back as Blade and somehow,
Didn't you say you wouldn't mind Wesley coming back and being the Whistler? Would you be cool with that?
I mean, I'd be cool with it, but I would rather him come back as the titular character.
Okay, let me ask you this then. What if they do a multiverse the way they about to do Spider-Man? Because I can just tell you,
I'm with it.
I can just tell you right now, and they're trying to find someone who can play that role for at least 10 years. Now, Mahershala Ali, he's no spring chicken, but he's younger than Wesley. He's way younger than Wesley.
Yeah, because Wesley's, I think, nearly 60 or something, isn't he?
Yeah, they getting ready to make a Expendables movie, and in order to be in Expendables, your ass got to be 55 plus.
Stupid ass. No, but about this though, like, more that I think about it, I'm kind of glad they didn't give us a date specifically, because most likely it's going to shift anyway. Man, they got a hell of a lot of stuff on their plate right now.
Yeah.
And so let's just make sure all of that is. I mean, I'm happy it's coming, of course. I mean, and that Blade is a badass and he's black.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that, but I'm glad that they're it's not set in stone right now.
Okay. Larry, how you feel about the issues going on with Blade and the pushback?
I mean, I'm looking forward to it because I like Blade a lot. When I look at Mahershala Ali, though, I think to myself, like, he's gonna have to bulk up. Like, if he's gonna play Blade, he needs to put on probably a good 30 pounds of muscle. Because if you look at Wesley when he played Blade, he looked like a straight up action figure. The dude was on swole when he was playing Blade. And I always think of Blade as being a very juiced up, muscular type superhero. And Mahershala Ali's more of a sort of slimline type dude. So he's going to have to bulk up a bit. And, I mean, he's a fantastic actor. I mean, we've seen him play, numerous types of roles. And I think he can probably pull it off. I mean, he has the look for it. I mean, the dude is legit. He's won an Oscar. He's a legit actor. I'm going to sort of hold off and reserve judgment and say I'll give him a shot. But I'll give him a shot. That's where I'm kind of at. I mean, if I was casting for Blade, obviously I would probably want Wesley back. The problem is if you're trying to move forward for another 10 years or 15 years in the MCU, you don't want a 58-year-old actor starting off playing this role again, because then you just don't have the longevity.
No, because Mahershala ain't no young chicken either, is he?
Well, he's 40 something. He's 46. He's 46. So you can get at least a good 10, 12 years out of him.
Yeah, 10 at best. And here's the thing, B. Avery. I know the Blade comic stories, man. These are great stories. So when people think of Blade, they think it's always him dealing with vampires type stuff, right? But that's just not what Blade does. Blade deals with the supernatural evils too. Like he teams up with Punisher, he teams up with Ghost Rider, he teams up with Morbius, for crying out loud.
Bruh, I didn't know he teamed up with. I know he fought Morbius. I didn't know they teamed up.
They wound up teaming, but check this out. They teamed up to fight Dr. Doom. Man, they teamed up with the Howling Commandos once they got their powers. I mean, here's another one. And we talked about this in our private chat. He could wind up teaming up with someone big to go against Null, the creator of the symbiote, and the God Killer, who hates superheroes. He hates superheroes. They could do that team up. Man.
Wait, you said the God Killer.
God Killer. That's going to be the villain in Thor.
Okay, right. I thought he hated. Wait, does he hate? I thought he hated gods. I didn't know he hated superheroes.
He hated superheroes who thought they were gods, he hated any being that had powers that equals being a god. So Thor would count.
Right. And you were talking about Midnight Suns as that team.
Yeah, Midnight Suns. Man, Lord have mercy. And so, in essence, you could say Blade is similar because Blade is a vampire who walks in the day. So that was some of the beef he had with him. And of course, the symbiote wanted to get on Blade because it wanted to get some of the power that he had as well. And so Null thought that he could be a threat to the symbiote race. He comes down and they have a little team up with God Killer. Oh my God. Oh boy. Whoo. Lord.
All right, I got a geek out question for you. A little moment here. And I just thought about this. Who will win? Captain America or Blade in the fight?
Blade. It's not even that one ain't even hard. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because everything Captain America can do, Blade can do, and do it a little faster, and he can do it in complete pitch black. Captain America can't do that.
Right on. I love it.
So I have a question for you then.
Oh Lord.
If Blade was to feed on Captain America,
he's gonna beat up Killmonger too.
No, but
not even a question.
Well, he wouldn't beat up Killmonger.
He would beat the hell out of Killmonger.
He wouldn't get with Killmonger. But if he was to feed on Captain America, would he get those super soldier powers since he's taking in his blood?
That's a good question.
It is.
That's a good question.
Very good question.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I never thought of that.
But this is what I do know. There have been times when Dracula tried to feed on certain individuals that had powers, like the Hulk, for example. He tried to feed on the Hulk, and it worked for about a split second, and then the Gamma started to kill him. The Gamma literally in his veins, at first it gave him the strength and all that, but as the Gamma started coursing in Dracula's veins, it started to kill him because it basically was the equivalent of sunlight in his veins. It just depends on how the writer would do that one. I don't know. But They would never fight each other because both of them have so much integrity. Avery, you like people that have integrity and strong codes. There would be no way they'd put them against each other. I don't think. But Marvel's done some crazy stuff.
Right on.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm looking forward to Blade. I like vampire stuff. I was a big fan of Blade when it came out, and I'm looking forward to it. Whoever they put in there. I mean, personally, just like all the stuff that you were just talking about, all these different people he's teamed up with and he's fighting, I think that it's another reason why they should have cast a younger actor, someone who's 30, because part of the thing with vampires are that they're immortal. They don't age. It's like whatever age they are when they're turned, that's where they stay forever. And so you want to have an actor who's going to look the same throughout his entire run. And so if you find a black person who's 30, they're going to look the same from the time they're 30 to the time they're 50. So you can get a good 20-year run out of someone like that.
Well, B. Avery done got this thing kicking off. So before we get out of here, we got to answer some of these questions, Larry. So check this out. B. Avery. Bucky wants to know, and Bucky, we should be asking you. You's the one you was on the show with Falcon and Winter Soldier, this your alter ego. He wants to know who's going to be the big bad of the MCU for this next phase 4. B. Avery, that's a good question. I've seen Kang thrown around. I can tell you who I think is not going to be. It's not going to be Galactus. I can tell you that. Not in phase 4.
Because, yeah, Fantastic Four got to come. Kang is going to be introduced, but I would be disappointed if he was like the big bad, because he's just too badass. I think they need to save him for later, you know? Because I think it was one iteration of the comics where he was trying to fight Ultron, and he was bringing in everybody from all over the time of space to, you know, from past to future to fight him, and he kept losing, and it was tearing a rift in the whole multiverse or something. Lamont, you may have told me that yourself. I can't remember.
Yeah, but they tore a rift in the multiverse.
Yeah, Kang. I don't think it'll be Kang this early, but shoot, maybe the Masters of Evil, maybe the Thunderbolts. I don't know.
So when you think about, here's the evidence. If we was putting together this mystery, we seen what's supposed to be in phase 4. Wakanda, the Marvels, all right, Fantastic Four, the Eternals. Who is a galactic force that would need people from each one of those teams to come together? Kang is definitely one person that could be that.
Graviton?
Nah,
yeah, he's not.
I mean, there are some people that could take him on earthly that could probably do some damage with him. But personally, since you mentioned him, I would love to see him and Magneto get into it. Oh my God, Lord, Kato, be more careful. My Woody might grow, because that would be some good be on that one.
It would.
But I don't know. I honestly do not know who could be the big looming bad person for phase 4. I think Kang is a great guess, but I don't know who else you could come up with that could be behind that. But
I think it's gonna be Zemo that pulls together a whole bunch of different types of bad dudes to create a collection of bad people to fight the Avengers and all the new superheroes. I think it's gonna be Zemo.
Oh yeah, that's definitely coming with the Masters of Evil or Thunderbolts. But
yeah, that's gonna happen. But
I don't think we need one though. I don't think we need a big bad for 4. I think we just need to have these individual stories. You know, expand the MCU, and we can worry about that in phase 5. You know.
They might do it like that. Now, the rumor is out there, y'all, and this could be good. Some of y'all have seen the Phoenix Saga, the X-Men Phoenix Saga. And do y'all remember the Shi'ar Empire from that Phoenix Saga?
No.
They're talking about bringing the Shi'ar Empire, and the chick that Professor X was dating, turning her evil and letting her get that Incron crystal. And then you would have Gladiator, who's basically Superman without the eye beams and all that. I could see that, but would y'all want to see that? Because another thing they're talking about, they kind of want a woman to be the next big bad adversary. And I mean, she get that.
They better do better than Cheetah.
Oh, they're gonna do better. I mean,
yeah, man. Yeah, we had Hela.
Yeah, Hela was great.
Yeah, Hela, but we still gotta get Enchantress. But I think Enchantress is a step down from Hela.
Yeah, but she'll be good though.
Yeah,
she'll be good. I would love to see her up there. She would definitely be good.
I don't want to see no Shi'ar Empire though until like after Guardians 3 or whatever. I also kind of think Thanos is gonna come back, but
yeah, he's coming back. He's got to.
I'm thinking that they're
he's over there chilling.
I'm thinking they're going to be like, he never did destroy all of the life in the universe. He only destroyed it in the galaxy, you know. And I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole. But
here's a great point. It took 3 phases before we saw Thanos in action. Basically, that's what you're saying, B. Avery.
Yeah.
We're going to get phase 4, maybe phase 5. Then phase 6 is when whoever's pulling strings, if they go that route again, they'll be revealed in some movies.
I honestly think we saw Thanos too early.
So here's my question about Thanos. So when he snapped his finger and the blip happened, did that happen throughout all of the universes, or did it just happen in this one particular one? Like, if you're talking about the multiverse, did the other people in other parts of the multiverse, did they also blip?
No.
I'm
counting on it only happened in the 616, not the
whole
multiverse.
Right. Yeah. So in the comics, Larry, they call our multiverse the 616.
Because if you would have
whose area code is that? If you would have
did the multiverse, you would have had to have what's called a 3-head dude or 3 or 4 head dude, the living tribunal. He would have had to come here and be like, "What's going on?" You know, if
B. Avery, would you like a story where they turn the living tribunal bad? Because basically the living tribunal is God. I mean, the living tribunal looks at you and whatever he's thinking happens to you. And I don't know how you fight that. I mean, in the comics, you had to buddy up with this dude, literally. So, I mean, would you be upset if they turned the living tribunal into? He's not really a good character, but he ain't bad either. But what if they made him evil?
If they made him evil, that would be the end of the MCU. Like, nobody would beat him. Like, nobody would win. Nobody. You couldn't even if you had Galactus and the Phoenix Force and whoever else.
You know how you would beat him, B. Avery? You would have to cross over with DC and get the Anti-Monitor.
Yeah. Now, I know Thanos beat him one time, but I forgot that story. It's like what Thanos became the one above. Thanos got the Infinity Gauntlet, all the stones, and then he absorbed Galactus to get all that knowledge. Then he absorbed death, and then he absorbed infinity and eternity, and he just started going around. And then he found some weapon that was stronger than the Infinity Gauntlet called something. It was some device that kept the multiverse intact, but he was able to absorb that as well. It was nuts.
Basically, Living Tribunal got stuck. He couldn't go through any of the multiverses because Thanos had that weapon.
Yeah. Nobody's beating him.
No,
nobody's beating the Living Tribunal except for the one above all. That's the only person.
That's it. And they was trying to write the crossover with DC, and they was gonna let the Anti-Monitor beat him, but they never did it.